World War II was one of the largest and deadliest conflicts in human history, lasting from 1939 to 1945. The war involved almost all of the world's major powers divided into two opposing military alliances, the Allies, consisting of the United Kingdom, France, the US and the Soviet Union among others, and the Axis, consisting of Germany, Italy and Japan. The war resulted in the death of over 60 million people and had a profound effect on the impact of history, leading to the formation of the United Nations, the establishment of the United States and the Soviet Union as superpowers, and the beginning of the Cold War. But today, we will be finding out how this deadly conflict began in 1939. The invasion of Poland is considered to be the start of the Second World War and was a major turning point in world history. On September 1st, 1939, Nazi Germany launched a surprise attack on Poland, which quickly escalated into a full-scale war. The invasion marked the beginning of a new type of warfare, in which the German forces used a combination of traditional military tactics and modern technological innovations, such as the use of armoured divisions and air power. The invasion of Poland also marked the beginning of a new era of atrocity, as the Nazis implemented a brutal occupation regime and began the systematic extermination of the Polish people, including the Holocaust. But let's find out more about the most significant event of the 20th century. Also guys, if you're enjoying the content, please make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel, as we are really trying to grow the channel. In the late 1930s, Europe was in a state of flux as the nations sought to protect their interests and maintain stability in a rapidly changing world. The Treaty of Versailles, signed in 1919 after the end of World War I, had imposed harsh penalties on Germany, including the loss of territory, military restrictions and reparations. The rise of Hitler and the Nazi Party in Germany fueled growing tensions and anxiety as they sought to re-establish the country's former power and reclaim their lost territories. At the same time, the other European nations were grappling with their own challenges. Britain and France were struggling with their own economic difficulties, and the League of Nations, the international organisation created after World War I to promote peace, was proving ineffective in preventing conflict. The signing of the Munich Agreement in 1938, which allowed Germany to occupy the Sudetenland region of Czechoslovakia, marked a significant turning point and further weakened the already strained relations between the nations. In August 1939, the political and military tensions in Europe reached a breaking point as Hitler and Stalin signed a non-aggression pact, freeing up the German army to attack Poland without fear of a two-front war. Meanwhile, Britain and France were seeking to negotiate with Germany to prevent the outbreak of war, but talks proved fruitless. Hitler's desire to gain more land and resources and his belief in the superiority of the Aryan race fueled his ambitions for expansion. In September 1939, Germany launched its invasion of Poland, quickly overwhelming the country and occupying its major cities. Britain and France responded by declaring war on Germany, marking the official start of World War II. The German invasion of Poland was part of Hitler's larger plan for territorial expansion and the creation of a larger empire. Hitler believed that the conquest of Poland would provide a vital resource and allow the German army to prepare for future wars. He also saw Poland as an opportunity to test the strength of the German military and to demonstrate the country's power to the world. On September 1st, 1939, the German forces launched their attack on Poland, marking the beginning of the invasion. The German army consisted of over 1 million soldiers with the support of the Luftwaffe, which is one of the most largest air forces in the world at the time. The German forces were well equipped, well trained and organised, and their attack was swift and relentless. The Polish government and military were caught off guard by the sudden German invasion. The Polish army consisted of 700,000 soldiers and were relatively well equipped, but it was no match for the German military. The Polish government declared a state of war, but their efforts to defend the country were hampered by poor communication, lack of coordinated strategies and inadequate resources. The German invasion of Poland quickly gained momentum, and the Polish army was quickly overpowered. The Germans utilised their air superiority, bombing Polish cities and military installations, which greatly hampered the Polish defence. The German army was able to cut through Polish defences and advance quickly into the country. The Polish army was forced to retreat, and their resistance was quickly broken. The German army captured key cities such as Warsaw and Krakow within weeks of the invasion. The German invasion of Poland was swift and decisive, and the Polish resistance was quickly crushed. The invasion marked the beginning of the Second World War and had a profound impact on the course of the war. The German victory in Poland served as a warning to the rest of Europe and the world, demonstrating the strength and power of the German military. The invasion of Poland was the first step in Hitler's plan for world domination and set the stage for the horrific events that would unfold in the coming years. The key moments and events that shaped the outcome of the invasion were numerous and included both military and political factors. The invasion was the rapid advancement of the German army into Polish territory. The German army was well equipped and highly organised, and their initial assault on Poland was very swift. The Polish army was very ill prepared for the invasion, and the German army was able to quickly take control of the country. Another major turning point was the use of new technologies and tactics by the German army. The German army made extensive use of tanks and aircraft in their invasion, which gave them a significant advantage over the Polish army, as the world had never seen this before. The German army employed a new tactic, coined the term blitzkrieg, which involved the rapid movement of armoured units into enemy territory. This tactic allowed the German army to move quickly and overcome the Polish defences with ease and capture key cities and strategic points. The lack of response from the international community was also a key turning point in the invasion. Despite widespread condemnation of the German actions, no major military intervention was taken by any country to stop the invasion. This lack of response sent a clear message to the German government that they could act how they wished and help pave the way for further aggression from Germany throughout the war. Another important factor in the success of the invasion was the political situation in Europe at the time. The signing of the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact between Germany and the Soviet Union ensured that the Russians would not interfere with the German invasion of Poland. This pact removed a potential obstacle to the German invasion and allowed them to focus their efforts on the conquest of Poland, even if this pact didn't last for too long, as Hitler invaded the Soviet Union in June 1941. The invasion of Poland was a swift and brutal campaign that lasted just over a month. By the end of September 1939, Poland was under complete German control. The Polish army was defeated and its government were forced to flee the country. The Polish people were subjected to widespread atrocity, including mass deportation, forced labour, and mass murder. This marked the beginning of a long and brutal occupation that lasted the duration of World War II. The invasion had far-reaching consequences for the rest of the world. The lack of a strong response from the Western powers, including Britain and France, encouraged Hitler to launch even more aggressive campaigns in the coming years. The fall of Poland also marked the beginning of the Holocaust, as German forces began rounding up and deporting Polish Jews to ghettos and concentration camps. The invasion of Poland remains one of the defining moments of the Second World War. It marked the beginning of a conflict that will last for over 6 years, result in the death of tens of millions of people, and shape the world as we know it today. The invasion of Poland was a turning point in world history, signalling the end of one era and the beginning of another. The legacy of the invasion lives on today. The sacrifices of the Polish people, who suffered greatly under the Nazi occupation, serve as a reminder of the devastating impact of war. The invasion was a catalyst for the wider conflict that would become World War II, and its aftermath still shapes us today. It is crucial to remember and honour the sacrifices of those who fought and lost their lives during the invasion, as well as the innocent civilians who suffered greatly as a result of the conflict. These stories serve as a reminder of the devastating effects of war and the importance of striving for peace and stability. Thank you guys for watching this one today. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you leave a like, comment and subscribe to the channel. Have a great day guys.